Where to buy in Lakewood Ranch in 2025. There are so many options. It's a huge area. There's over 30 different villages here within Lakewood Ranch now. A lot of new construction options. So where should you buy? And if you're familiar with my channel, you'll know that I've always had this kind of bias towards new construction homes here in Florida because there's so many options. But I'm not so sure right now that is the way to go. And I'm going to give you my 3 reasons why I feel like you should probably entertain the resale market over new construction right now. And yes, it is freezing cold today. The temperatures have dropped into the 70s, and that's why I am wearing a jacket, a coat. As you can see, I've got my winter coat on. And to be honest, I'm very proud of myself for not opting for a scarf and gloves as well. Okay, I'm just kidding. It's down into the 40s, which is cold for me these days. I've acclimatized. I've been here too long now to deal with 40-degree temperatures. That is why I've got this coat on. But yes, today's video is not about why you should move to Lakewood or what is going on in Lakewood. It is all about where you should be. You should know now that Manatee County or Sarasota County is the place to be, and anywhere else in Florida shouldn't even be a consideration. So why am I leaning more towards the resale market right now over new construction? Especially as somebody who loves new construction homes, it's hard for me to say that, but if you look at the market stats right now, inventory is going up and up and up, and there is more and more homes to choose from in the resale space. And I'm not saying every single home out there is great right now. The homes that are sat around on the market for a long time are usually overpriced, in my opinion, or they're just not showing very well and they're not in the best condition. The ones that are selling within a month or so are usually priced right, and they're the types of homes that people are wanting. So yes, inventory is going up and up and up, and we can see that the price has kind of stabilized really. We're still in that kind of mid-7 range as an average price right now. You'll notice over the last couple of years that has gone up and down month on month, depending on the season here. And yeah, the prices are holding very firmly. But with new construction, that is not the case. New construction just continues to go up, guys. You know, it's not just the price of the homes themselves, okay? If you are in the market for a new construction home now, not just here in Lakewood, because it's not gonna be cheap to build a home here, especially a nice, desirable home, a good size with a pool on a great lot. If you are in the space for a new construction home, you have to realize, guys, that the prices just continue to go up. It is costing more and more and more to build a new construction home, and it doesn't look like anything is changing in that regard. The cost to build a home is going up year on year, month on month. I still say to my buyers that whatever your budget is with a new construction home, anticipate to spend 20% more, because a lot of the times people aren't taking into consideration certain things that you need to add to the home, and that is just before you close on the home and before you move in. After you move in, you've got other things that you're going to need to put money into the home. You're probably going to want to add a fence. You're probably going to want a water softener. You know, you might have to add gutters because the builder doesn't add gutters. If you wanted to do a pool after the build, because the builder doesn't offer pools. There's so many little things that you're going to want to do. Window treatments, you name it. Just realize that, you know, a new construction home is just becoming a serious luxury here. And I'm not saying to avoid them by any means, but just realize that it is, you know, it's just not as affordable today as what it used to be a few years ago. So on top of the market stats and on top of just new construction going up and up in price, the other benefit to resale homes here is the locations. If you look at the location on this map and you look at these pink sections here, these are all the established communities or villages within Lakewood Ranch. And this area, I would say, the further west you are, is probably the more desirable location. You're closer to the interstate, you're closer to the coast, you have got a lot of, you've got everything in place that you need. All of your stores and conveniences are super close. You don't have to go too far to places, and yeah, you're just around a lot less construction. And the thing is, if you're looking at just the pink sections here, what you're not taking into consideration is there are other communities here like Lake Club here. You can see you've got others like Sapphire Point, Esplanade at Azario, Lorraine Lakes, Park East. They are pretty much going to turn pink very, very soon as they're pretty much built out. Well, Esplanade at Azario has still got like a year or so to go, but a lot of these other ones are going to be in this pink section soon, and you can really see that the green spots here are really going to be further east, and they're either going to be northeast or they're going to be southeast. Now, the southeast section to me is more of I would consider that a more desirable location than the northeast, because there's just, in that northeast section going up towards State Road 64, at the moment there's just not much out there right now, and it is a little bit isolated. It's kind of close to where I am, not too far. I'm in Park East, and you probably saw my video if you're a subscriber here to where I bought last year. But yeah, if you're on the south side and you're looking at like, if you're looking at somewhere like Shellstone or Wild Blue, then that area is a lot closer to Sarasota and Waterside Place and Main Street where I am right now, UTC Mall. That area is more desirable than what it is up in that kind of in that northeast section, in my opinion at least. So where would I buy right now in 2025? I'm going to give you my top 3 recommendations in the low end, the mid-level price range, and the high end of both the resale and new construction, because I do want you to explore both options. I'm just saying that I feel like this market is tilting more towards a resale market right now. But yes, I'm only going to base this on single family homes, because if I get into like condos and townhomes, things start taking a little bit of a twist really. So yes, let's just focus on single family homes, and if you're looking at this map, for me, for a smaller single family home, the low end price range here is going to be under 600,000. The average price point right now is in the mid 700s. So let's just say anything under 600 is on the low end. For a smaller single family home, if you wanted to be on the south part of Lakewood and closer to University Parkway, I would be looking at Country Club. I would be looking at Lakewood Ranch Country Club, and I would be looking at Edgewater. You could definitely get a smaller single family home in either of those communities. And if you are more focused on like the schools, or if you wanted to be in that kind of like central part of Lakewood, I would be looking at Indigo and Central Park for sure, especially because the schools are right across the street. And then if you wanted either a golf course community or a 55 plus, something more amenity rich, I would be looking at Del Webb, or I would be looking at one of the Esplanades, either at Esplanade at Azario or the original Golf and Country Club. And in the mid-level price range from like 600 to 900, I would certainly consider those communities that I've just mentioned, but you will probably get a bigger home in either of those. But on top of that, if you wanted to be, if you wanted to be further south, I would certainly look at Waterside now, which doesn't have any new construction homes left. Not really anyway. You might find a couple, but they're very, very few. So I would definitely be looking in the Waterside section. I would be looking at, if I was going further north, I would certainly be looking at Mallory Park. Mallory Park is just a lovely community built by DeVosta. And I would also actually look at Lorraine Lakes. Lorraine Lakes doesn't have, they do still have a few single family homes left there, but the amenities are fantastic. I absolutely loved exploring the amenities there recently. It's a beautiful community. Again, it's got the library across the street, and like the brand new library that they've got there. It's got the Premier Sports Campus right around the corner, and they've got the new one coming. They've got like a whole new addition coming there as well. So yeah, I definitely would recommend Lorraine Lakes. And if you're looking for more of an established community, you've got somewhere like Arbor Grand or or Bridgewater. You've got the schools right there. I think both of those are really good options too. And if you're looking for something like a golf course community, I would be looking at somewhere like Country Club East. Again, consider the Esplanades, and then you've got Crestwind there as well, which is another 55 plus community. I would certainly be looking there. And then on the high end, that's where things go from like 900,000 upwards to could be anywhere from like 2 to 3 million. I would be looking, I mean, you've really got you'll have a field day here of beautiful communities and homes. I would certainly be looking at, the Isles with Toll Brothers on the south side of Lakewood. I would be looking at Waterside again. I would be looking at Lake Club if you're looking for something more exclusive. And then really from there, you could be looking, if you're looking for a golf course community, you're going to have the beautiful golf course lots in that price point at either Esplanade or even Lakewood National if you wanted to keep the price down. I mean, honestly, if you're looking at like 900 plus, you'll have a field day of options here. Now, for new construction under 600,000, you're going to have less options, but I would definitely look at Star Farms in the northeast section of Lakewood. So it's a lovely community, Star Farms. It's definitely grown on me. When it first came out, or at least when it first opened, I wasn't really impressed. I really wasn't. I didn't really see the vision and the vibe there. But the amenities are fantastic. They've got so many different floor plans for people. It's predominantly a D.R. Horton community, but you've got like a kind of like an active adult section. You've got townhomes, villas, smaller single family homes, and they do have luxury homes in there too. You've got a new school going there, like a K through 8 school. And although there's a lot of development outside of that community and growth coming, I definitely would look at Star Farms. And across the street from Star Farms with Neil Communities is going to be Palm Grove. That is coming very, very soon. That is on the other side of State Road 64, but I would not rule out Palm Grove. I'm a big fan of Neil Communities as a builder. I've always had really good experiences with them. But yes, I do. I definitely think you should compare them to what Star Farms is going to offer. And although it's coming to the end of its life, again, if you can get into Lorraine Lakes, I definitely recommend that too. If you can find a smaller single family home, check out their options. I don't think they're going to be building there for very long, but yes, for under 600,000, you could easily get a smaller single family home there, and it's just got wonderful amenities. Now, in the mid-level price range, I would be looking at, I would revisit Star Farms, but you will probably upgrade to a better builder in Homes by West Bay. They will give you more options to choose from. I would certainly consider them. I would be looking at Sweetwater with MI Homes, another great builder. I've owned an MI home before, was really impressed with them. I've never had any bad experiences with MI. And then yes, if you're looking for more amenities and things, you might want to, I would consider Esplanade at Azario if you're looking for more of like a maintenance-free resort-style living type community. You can either have golf options or non-golf options. And then on the east side, if you're either wanting 55 plus or a different golf course community, I would be looking at Calusa or the brand new Del Webb at Catalina. On the high end, you've really only got Waterside, Wild Blue and Shellstone. But if you want to be on the lower end of the high side and in the kind of like low 1 million range, I mean, I'm saying high end is like 900 plus, but you would definitely want to look at Shellstone over Wild Blue. Wild Blue is going to be in the kind of 1.5 to 3.5 million range. So that is going to be on the higher end. You're going to have more custom builders, beautiful lots. The lot premiums in both of those can be quite expensive, but Shellstone is definitely going to be less expensive. And Homes by Town are a great builder. They've got some great options. They're just not as upscale as your John Cannons and Stock Signature and Arthur Ruttenberg and builders like that. So definitely consider those. And then again, I keep mentioning it, Esplanade at Azario, while they still have beautiful golf course lots there, you will probably be in that $1 million to 1.6 mil range in Esplanade at Azario, and that community is obviously in that kind of north central phase of Lakewood. So yeah, in terms of the high end, you've got this kind of like southeast corner with Shellstone and Wild Blue, and then you just got up by Esplanade. They would be my recommendations. Star Farms builds some beautiful luxury homes. I just don't think that's the right type of community to build a home like that. So yeah, I hope this gives you some insight. If you've got any suggestions on, or if you've got any kind of communities on your radar that I haven't mentioned, give them a shout in the comments and I will give you my feedback on them. But of course, I live in the area. I bought a home here myself, and yeah, I've got tons of other videos on why you should move here and how this area is improving, the little things that make Lakewood so awesome. But today is really just about trying to navigate you on 2025 and where and why you should buy. Well, I'm kind of alluding to the fact that I think it might be better to go for the resale market over new construction. So yeah, I am here to help. All of my contact information is below. I hope you're doing well. If you haven't liked this video yet or subscribed to the channel, please do so. Your support is much appreciated, and no doubt you will hear from me soon. Take care.